Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Today we're going to see how to create tables in HTML, one of the very interesting and important topics in HTML. Once you know how to create tables, I assure you that you'll love creating it. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is a basic HTML template which consists of a head section, inside here a title, body section where I've given a background color, I've added a paragraph and a list. So there's all tags we have seen in our previous videos. So do watch it and practice. So for creating table, these are the necessary things which are required. As you know, for creating tables, we need a table consists of a row and column, right? So for creating table, we also need a row and a column. So let's see how does the table tag look like. So as you can see, this is the tag for table and a closing tag for this opening tag. Inside a table tag, we have to write the row. The tag which defines a row looks like this, tr and a closing tag for that. Inside a row, we have columns for that row, isn't it? So for example, my first row consists of one column. So I will define my column by using td tag. This is it. I'll give some name inside my column. For example, this is my row 1 and column 1. I'll save it and I'll run it. You know how to run it, right? You have to go in the folder where you have saved this file and double click on that and it will show up in your browser. Can you see? So this is row 1, column 1, which you have created. Now you will tell me that it doesn't have any border. Then how does a table? Of course, it doesn't have a border. So by default in HTML, this tag, a table tag will not have border. You have to give explicitly border attribute for setting border. For example, this is a border attribute and I set it to 1. Now you will be able to see a border. Can you see it? Yes. If I say set it to 10, refresh it. Here we go, right? So this is a border tag, and with the help of this, you can show the border to the table, right? Now my table consists of only one row and one column. Let me add more columns, maybe 2 or 3 columns. Row 1, column 2, and row 1, column 3. Let me save it and run it. Can you see? I have got one row with 3 different columns. Now still there is something different in this. Right? You can see there is a lot of space between the border of the table and the border of my column, each column, right? I don't want this much of space. So for that, we have a tag called cell spacing. This is the attribute. So if I add this, and if I give some value to this, for example, 1 again, and if I save it, now you see what will happen. It has reduced to some amount, right? So it has reduced. So this is cell spacing, which will decide your space between your border of your table and border of your column, or you can say that cell which is there inside the row, right? So if I do it to 0, it will vanish completely, isn't it? It is not showing any sort of distance because we have set it to 0. So many times it is kept to 0 only because we want the table to look like this, right? Okay, and what is cell padding? Cell padding is another attribute of table which tells the space between the content of your cell and the border of your cell. So if now I have set it to 1, if I refresh it, you can see some difference, but since it is only 1, it's not visible clearly. If I set it to 10, can you see? So this is cell padding, the distance between your content of the cell and the border of cell. And what is cell spacing? The distance between, or the difference between, the border of the table and the border of the cell. Okay, So this is how a table will look. Now our table consists of only one row. Let's add 2 to 3 rows inside. This will be row 2, 2, and this will be 3 and 4. It's understood. So if you refresh it, here we go. Can you see? Okay. So one more thing, that my table, it look like a very general table. I want to show that this first row are headers of my table, right? So how to define that? For that, we have a tag called th, which will tell that that particular row is the heading row of your table. So for that, you'd simply have to replace td by th, and then it will look like that. So let's see. th, then how does it look? Control S, refresh it. Right? Also, you can give color to that particular row to highlight it more. Same what we have given for the body. We can give for this a single row. For example, I give blue. There we go. Right. So this is our table. We are going to see an example of creating table and all what we have done till now. All these tags in one single web page together in our next video. So please do watch it and practice it. Thank you.